All right, we have a thumbs up, which means we are live Facebook for our meeting on today, June the 28th, in preparation for our first meeting in July, which is July the 2nd. And so we have one presentation, and that will be from Pafford. We have our contract renewal that's coming up with them, and so they're going to come give us a report. Not sure what all they're going to say, but they're going to come give us a report. And while we're waiting to do that, I did want to mention, and I'm going to try to mention it every opportunity I get, that the sanitation geez, Lynn, the sanitation run next week will be off. It'll be the Thursday pickup will be on Wednesday. Thursday is a holiday, July the 4th. We will have fireworks at Cornerstone Park, first time ever. But it will be a holiday for the city, and so we will have trash pickup for the Thursday run on Wednesday, and then it'll resume normal run on Friday. So just want to say that, and everybody else just say it to everybody else too while we're at it. All right, guys, y'all want to come up and introduce yourselves and talk to us about the Pafford contract and what all we've been doing for the last 3 years?
Absolutely. So good morning. My name is Freddie Parker. I'm the Director of Operations for Pafford in Mississippi. This is Rob Fisher. He's our Director of Education. So Rob came along with me this morning because I'm going to tell you guys here in a little bit about some of the education that we're doing with the City of Starkville Fire Department. So we've been operating here in Starkville since 2018 when we did our first contract. I think we've done one renewal since then, and then we're obviously up for renewal again this coming July. So we still continue to operate from two of the fire stations in the city. We operate from Station 3 and Station 4. That's kind of been the fire department helps us out, with the best locations to make the times the best for the city as we can. So those are two advanced life support units that are 24/7 in the city of Starkville. So that's been the setup here for the time that we've been here, and seems to be working quite well. So our supervisor up here, Joey, wasn't able to make it today. So Joey has been in North Mississippi EMS he's basically a legend. He's been here quite a while, so he's fantastic. Takes care of you guys. Always make sure that the folks are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're getting where they need to get in a good amount of time, and so we're happy to have him. So since we've been here, we've maintained constant, anywhere from 5 to 6 minute typical average response time in the city, which realistically in today's EMS world is amazing. So that's we've been consistent with that throughout, and we're happy about that. And so with the system that we've got in place right now, I'm confident that we can keep that moving forward. So one of the things that we had discussions with Chief Yarbrough a while back was EMT training, and so we really made a big investment in our company as far as education goes. So Rob Fisher, we brought Rob on board. Rob has been a senior instructor and instructor chief with the State Fire Academy, where Rob opened up and led their EMS bureau at the Fire Academy. So Rob has come on board and is now leading a group of educators on our side to begin EMT training. So we are now doing all this in-house, and we are now welcoming a class from Starkville Fire Department that will be beginning July 15th. So we'll be starting that class with the firefighters here in the middle of July. So he's working hand in hand with members of the fire department up here to get that going. So that's kind of the details of what we've been doing here, and we definitely want to continue with you guys. It's always an honor and a privilege to be trusted to provide emergency care to anywhere, any city, any county. So we definitely want to continue with you guys, and if you guys have any questions, I'll be glad.
Which two fire stations are you currently operating out of? 1 and 3?
4 and 3.
4 and 3.
3 and 4.
3 and 4, 4 and 3. Yeah, okay. Okay. I've seen the truck down at 1 at times, so maybe just visiting.
We keep a spare unit here.
Okay.
So in case one of those trucks breaks down, we always
Okay.
have one that they can swap into.
Okay.
So it may float around a little bit here and there.
Okay.
But in case something happens to one of the ambulances, there's always a backup.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Oh, come on. You always have a question, don't you?
I'm loading it.
Okay, all right. Anyone else, any questions, concerns,
I
thoughts?
always go to their station building when I be down. In Biloxi, they always have a station in Old Building.
Okay, all right. All right, well, we appreciate it. Your contract is up for this agenda item. I mean, this particular agenda, it's on as an item, so we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you all.
All righty. Okay, guys, we can move into our agenda. We have a set of minutes. Have you looked at the minutes? Considering they were only work session minutes, it should be a piece of cake.
Very difficult.
Oh, yes, they were hard ones to do. Okay, consent for that one?
That's it.
Okay, all right.
Everyone else can say.
All right. And then we have several public hearings. So we've got the Code of Ordinances, which is going to be the second public hearing with potential for consideration. Where's Lyle hiding?
He's got it.
Okay, all right, there he is. Lyle, have we gotten any thoughts or any remarks, comments, anything about the UDC changes or the code changes? Okay, all right. Any questions of Mr. McCaskey while we got him? Okay.
But the Christ Street, is this
We'll-
appropriate later?
Yeah, we'll go on down the list. Excuse me here. And then we've got structures at 201 North Lawn, we've got 321 Kreitz, and then we got 117 Clements. That's why you had confused me with the Kreitz Street deal. So we will be having those as public hearings, and that's the usual run on that one. So those will all be public hearings. Under Mayor's business, we've got consideration of accepting the low quote in the amount of $40,000 for redoing the stairs. If y'all are aware, the stairs are in somewhat of a disrepair. They are rusting, and Mr. McMullen was kind enough to examine them and then get somebody else to look at them and get us a quote on what it's going to take to, what are you going to sandblast them and then repaint them, basically?
Use a hand grinder and stuff like that.
Even more labor intensive, a hand grinder. So he's looking to start doing that in August, so.
This includes tobacco out.
Yes, so this is making us like new again, so.
Good job.
Yes, it is, yes, it is. And that is our low quote. Can we get consent for that one? Any issues? Okay. And then the 2-year extension on the Pafford contract for ambulance services for the city of Starkville. So I think everybody is happy with them. The chief is, fire department happy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Any
Consent.
consent for that one? Okay, that will work. And then the airport. So, Mr. Lincoln, since you've got so much stuff here, why don't you just give us a little discussion of what you got going on here. So we got clearing and grubbing for the south end for the extension of the runway, is that right?
The working is the grant from the FAA.
Okay.
$150,000 from them, and then MDOT will put in their 5%. And the cities is split between the county and universities. So the city's portion is $2,900 for the $167,000 grant.
Okay, all right, that's a pretty good deal. Okay, all right, consent for that one, guys?
That's it.
Okay,
The next one is, what we're gonna do with that money is clear the area for the runway extension is needed on the south end, and the trees and all that, and there's some on the sides and stuff, but the bid amount came in so low, we're gonna add more work to him after he gets that going at the same price.
okay,
But this is the initial bid right here. He
All right.
Really low. So-
okay. Consent for that one? So while we've got you here, talk a little bit about that runway extension. So how far is it gonna go, and just give us a little information on it.
5,550 feet now, and we're gonna take out the last 500 because it's actually a little bit low, and it's in concrete. And so we'll go back to asphalt, and then they'll add another 1,000 foot to the runway in the project. And then they will pave the whole runway at 6550 from one end to the other, and then stripe it, so when you come in, it won't look like an add-on. It'll be one solid, brand new runway. And we're looking at doing a lot of dirt work in the ground next year, and in 26, not in football season, doing the rest of it, finishing up.
And that'll give us a final length of,
6550.
okay, which expands our ability to take in some of Mike's big stuff, right?
That's right.
But you also, we got a displaced threshold from the north, so.
Yeah.
13 days displaced threshold. We asked the FAA years ago for 1,400, they came back and said, we'll fund 1,000.
Okay. And so when the 9/11 sign came down, it didn't change that threshold, that displaced threshold? I had thought that was going to be one of the benefits of that sign coming down.
And there's some sonic stuff in there, and there's some trees over there by Peppers, or the real, whatever, some of that's in there still kind of sticking with it.
Okay.
But from the south end, it's really get over.
Yeah.
Once we get to the south end.
Okay, all right. Well, I-
6,500 feet, we can put most anything in that we need to do.
Yeah.
It just makes everything that comes in now, the minimums will be lower, right, Mike, and it's
Yeah.
safer for everything we already received.
Right. Okay, all right, cool. Well, keep going.
Okay, the The next is the agreement for a copier for the airport. My little desktop printer has died and ink is not available for it no more, so talked to Lisa, this is the best deal
Bless
we
you.
could come up with.
Okay?
That's number 3, and then the board members to go to the MAA conference in Tupelo, we'll travel up those days and not spend the night.
Yeah, I talked him into not spending the night. I said, it's an hour and 15-minute drive, you know? So, you'll come back and bring us information from that, right? All right, consent for that one? Okay. And then,
on the last one, every 2 years, we have to go to fuel training seminar, the latest and greatest, so that our fuel is like it's supposed to be. We don't sell wet fuel in Starkville. Wet fuel means there's water in it. Our fuel is dry. We sump it every day, so it's only fuel, so the customers purchase it.
okay, so,
That's why we sell it.
travel for education. Always love that. All right, consent for that one? All right. Thank you, appreciate it.
Thanks, Rodney.
And then here we have the Crichton Street subdivision in quotes. Lyle, you want to help us with that one? Alderman Beatty had questions about it.
Yes, and I believe we even have it on that counter back there as well.
Okay, so the plat is back there? Okay. And this is, who's doing it and
Yes,
what they're doing?
There's going to be 3 lots. I know it's,
Here you go,
Carson.
on
Yes,
the
Lee
board.
Carson's doing it.
Yes, it's
3
Lee.
lots, and they're
It's on the
essentially
board.
splitting out a lot into the middle, so it'll be
It's
3.
right up there. So it'll be 3
Yes.
units, okay? Okay. Any issues with it?
No, Mayor.
It is an exception to the zoning of this part of town.
That's final
That's what they're
plat.
finding.
No,
Just
it's
a final
yeah,
plat.
it's just
Yeah.
subdividing.
No, it's allowed under zoning, and we
Yes.
just approving the final plat.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
And this is the
correct.
first time that plat's come before us, right?
To my knowledge, yes.
Yes.
In other words, we've had dilapidated property at the same site, we've been in public hearing each time on it, at each meeting, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, at this point, it's just separating the land. There's no development that is going on to it.
There's no, just approve the plat, but not the construction of these properties. Now, I'm not saying anything wrong, I'm just asking.
Yes, because that picture up there that we're seeing is actually from our code, just giving examples of land and the actual.
Where is 321 Christ located?
It's in between Montgomery and Jackson, isn't it?
That'd be right.
It is, it's near the lake.
Is it on the north or south side of the road?
North.
North.
Is it? All right,
Yeah.
I'm asking Evergreen, just east of Evergreen. And that's the road, on the south side is the one that goes up to Mine Creek Park, right? So it's right in front of that little road that goes up to Mine Creek Park. What's the frontage, what's the width of that?
Can you pull it back up?
110 feet, 65 feet, and then 75 feet.
235, 240 feet.
Yeah.
There you go.
And what Mr. Carson proposes, he's not proposed anything, or has
Yeah,
he?
no, at this point, this is going to just be the separation. I believe that there is intent possibly to build a detached dwelling in that center lot, but at this point, it is just the separation.
What would be allowed under code if we approve this plat? Potentially what kind of structures, and how many structures would be allowed?
I mean, at this point, it would just, since it is residential, it'd be just a detached dwelling. I mean, they could do the special exception process and try and put something more dense, but that, of course, would go back to the board.
Was this would be the first step to get it to where you could do that, right?
No, potentially. Yes, no, this would still only allow him to do what is allowed under the code in that area with that piece of land, but to do something more dense, he would have to go through.
Does Mr. Carson own the properties up at the end of the street? Who,
I'm not sure.
with Crichton and Jackson?
I have no idea. This is a standalone deal, so it's just, it's just a final plat for him to be able to divide it and I'll
We
for sure
just-
build a residence
I mean,
on
that's
it.
close to my neighborhood. I just, I don't want to see multi-unit stuff creeping into our neighborhood. And I don't think, if it's the first time it's been brought up, I mean, because there's no plans for any construction like that, but this is the first step when things like that happen. And so if there were to be anything planned that was going to create higher density apartments, not apartments, but living dwelling units and things, about to go through an exception process, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a question for you, Lyle. Back on those secondary buildings in the back of that property, is that, Miss Lisa, or, sorry, Joel, can you pull that back up? The one that you had up first.
Oh,
Yeah. Are those just for illustration?
yeah, that is just.
Okay,
from
just
our
checking.
code. That is, yeah,
Okay.
that's what we'd use to reference if someone came in to ask.
Got it, okay, that's what I was.
Right now, there's setbacks and distances between those units that the only thing that's allowed in our zoning in that part, or in the zoning in that part of town.
Correct.
Yes.
Single family or single units, it could be
Yeah, well, detached dwelling, yes.
detached dwelling, detached unit. There's two different things. Unit can have more than one.
A detached dwelling by our code could only just be like one, what others might consider single family.
And that's
In
what it
order to do
says.
something like a duplex where multiple units, or to have a detached duplex, those go, or a detached dwelling, you'd have to go through the special exception process, which is that additional oversight.
You could have an in-law suite or something there, but not a multifamily.
But just the idea that the potential planning and encroachment into a single-family neighborhood with multi-unit, multi-family type stuff would be an issue for me. But that would come back. Now, this has been approved by the planning and zoning, and this is the final, for us, final approval. Plat.
This is just
Rubber
basically.
stamp and what the plan is
Yeah,
already
it goes
done.
through staff. I do not believe that this goes through the planning and zoning.
Does not. This has come through your office,
Yeah,
right?
just through our office.
Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you.
You want to hold off on consent?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I think it'd be nice if Mr. Carson come up and address the board about what potential.
I expect him to be there.
Well, I know what his, and I'm gonna ask him what his potential intention is for that problem.
Okay.
And if you want me to give you his phone number, you can call him before
Okay.
to make you feel
And if
better.
you want us, if you think something.
He
I
was
don't think
here
about,
earlier this morning.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, and I'll call him and let him know you're gonna call.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Maybe.
Engineering, sure.
Yes, thank you.
Engineering. Yeah, okay, so this is, Burns Cooley did this for our Old Mayhew testing.
Just testing.
Yeah, so, consent for that one, okay?
I got a question, Mayor. When they gonna get through that right there on the corner of Highway 12 right there, where they doing that, where they bank was right there, where they doing all that work? How long they gonna be working on that? They've been on that a while.
Oh, that, you're talking about Spring Street, not the work where they're working on the bank. End of August is the,
It is. I think the contract is through early September, but they're making pretty good progress, so.
It's a pretty
The goal
involved-
is before move-in date for students. That's the goal for everybody.
Yeah.
But they technically have till the 1st of September.
yeah, should be soon. It'll be nice when they get it done, so. Okay, and then we have engineering services for the Main Street revitalization with Atwell Gann. Any issues with that? Consent for that one? Claims docket, and then budget amendments. Anything about budget amendments we need to be alerted to?
I've reviewed them previous.
It's just a little bit of cleanup. There's no major
Okay, nothing?
moving.
Okay. Okay, consent for that one, all righty. HR, Mr. Ashford, all of these are replacement positions?
No, replacements is item number 5.
And then item number 5 is the recommended discipline. So, can we get consent for the replacement folks?
Consent.
And consent with for Mr. Kemp's request?
That's his recommendation.
Okay, it is, all right. And then we have one item for, this is the Needmore Community Center. This is the mural. We need a lift for the mural, for the lady who's going to be doing the mural. We need a lift for her, and this is to pay for that increase for the lift, so she can get up high and do the work. So, any issue with that one?
Mike Brooks?
Nope.
Consent for that one? She's going to have to get up there somehow, unless you want to hold the ladder. Okay. And police, we have, let's see, mobile parking enforcement handheld with Tyler. This is going to be a really good efficiency tool, right?
Yes, ma'am. And cost-wise, the current system we're using, those tickets cost upwards of $5,000 on the orange tickets. So this saves us that cost and is very expedient.
Okay, all right, good deal. Consent for that one?
Consent.
Okay. And then, Ms. McWhorter is going to be attending a International DARE training conference, so she's done really good work for us with the kids. So consent for that one. And then 2 utilities items, we've got a low bid for technical stuff. Mr. Kemp, anything you want to add to any of this?
We just got the bids this morning.
Okay.
It's just a single bid, so.
Okay.
It was about what we were expecting.
Okay, all right.
I got a question.
That's stout, go ahead.
If this is material only, do you have any idea what the labor's going to end up costing on any of that?
We
I'm
will
just
be able to do
curious.
some of the labor in-house.
Okay.
There's a significant lead time for these. I think when we were looking at it, I want to say it was 30 to 40 week lead time, so we want to go ahead and purchase it. We're actually still doing a little bit of the design right now, but we want to go ahead and get it on.
Okay.
This is for, sanitation, what would this material, what is?
This is going to be an automated switch at the Mississippi State substation.
Okay.
So we feed that substation from 2 different locations with transition. Right now, it's a manual switch, so if the power goes out or we have a fault on one line, we have to go over there and manually switch it over. This would be an automated switching scheme and all the equipment associated with that.
Mayor, in light of the fact that this is $0.585 million, I put it in, you can say it 2 ways, $585,000 or $0.585 million. Can we just have that as a regular item on the office
Sure.
consent, and just have Mr. Kemp explain that, what he just stated, just a record, that's a lot of money.
Well, it is a lot of
It's
money.
a lot of
We
money,
need to
and
prove-
it's needed, and we gonna buy it, it's an appropriation of a significant amount of money by the utility department, and that, to me, that ought to be off of consents, and we're we just kind of state what we're doing about to do with $600,000.
Okay, it certainly will not go on consent, no question. Okay, all righty, and then source of supply, which is certainly consent worthy. So,
Consent.
all right, and that closes us out. So unless there's some other conversations or some other issues for us to deal with, now would be the opportunity. Do you have something you'd like to say?
No, not a damn thing.
You have that expectant look on your face.
How soon will we have, I know we accepted a low bid on Highway 182 project. How soon will we have?
Well, we haven't accepted it yet. They've got to go through it, which Mr. Burnett is saying is probably, will come to us at the first meeting in August to accept it. But they've got to go through all the details of it and vet it out. Is that accurate?
There's a checklist of about 12 items from MDOT, Federal Highway, before you can approve the bid, so it just takes quite a bit of time.
Could Mr. Burnett in the Friday meeting before that meeting, before we approve, just give us.
Oh, absolutely.
Because this, now you can see it outside, it's in the hallway, but that's a big project, and it's been several years, and I forgot a lot about it and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's really gonna be not.
It's going to be incredible, and we are very fortunate to have received a $20 million grant that's going to allow us to finish it in its entirety. Yeah.
But that would be nice, just kind of refresh our memories on.
Sure, I think that'd be fine. We'll have that as a work session item. Ms. Burnett, you want to plan on that one? Everybody should be back at that point in time. Mr. Williams should be here, so, okay.
It could be a second meeting in July. It
Okay.
could be. I don't know that, but
Okay.
at least 1st of August.
All right, sounds good.
Mayor, one other thing.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, guys, you got that leg. This didn't get
I know,
out.
he's wanting to say something.
No, it's like, you know, when you put a running back in motion.
Yeah.
He's like.
He's already out
He's
there.
already
I know it.
When can we reasonably expect to have departments back with their budgets, the budget stuff completed, where we can have a budget meeting either in a Friday meeting or a call meeting where we start to kind of wrap our minds as best we can around what the
Planning
general
on
fund.
doing that like the second week in July. Have y'all gotten your, I'm looking at both of you now, one eye's this way, one eye's that way.
Not all of them, but majority.
I mean, yeah, I'm tweaking it. but-
Okay, all right, well, when you get tweaked adequately, if you'll give me a heads up, we'll set it,
And we could do a special call meeting, or we could do a Friday meeting and start at 10 or something.
Or we could just do a work session, a different work session meeting. So,
And I just want to make a statement. I know all.
oh, wait a minute, he's next.
Sorry. Oh, go ahead.
Are you done, Alderman? Okay, you're next. Go ahead.
waiting on.
Well, this,
That would be nice.
this anniversary card from Nav and his crew was very much appreciated, but it reminded me that I'm retiring from Mississippi State today, and that process is very arduous, and Nav and his team made it incredibly easy. I don't know why the university had issues or PERS down in Jackson, but you guys took care of your business, my business, very efficiently, and I appreciate that.
Well, we knew somebody would need to take care of Alderman Rupp's business, so I'm glad you were able to do that. Thank you.
You want a part-time job off the side?
No, we cannot. Go
I know
ahead.
y'all got a bunch of emails from me. I went ahead and sent those about the Westland Heights project Charlie Morgan's doing. That way it'll give y'all as much information as I had. So if y'all have any questions, ask me, but my phone has been blowing up. So
I'm getting
We will see that one,
I just wanted to tell them why.
the next board meeting, so, because it will be at P and Z next week.
So.
Okay, all right, anything else? Anybody else? All right, thank you, everyone. We are out. Everybody have a great weekend.
You're right back.